first and foremost, this again, this conversation is going to go a few different places, and I know some spaces you're going to be passionate about, some others, we just really kind of want to get your opinion on. But we really want to touch on, with Epstein, these files being released, the list of names
Mhm.
that were technically either on the island or on the plane were just, redacted. And as we go through some of these names and as we speak on it, before we
Mhm.
go through the celebrities or those people's names that we know, can you please give us your take on the Jane Does that were part of this list that did not want their names out there, that their names were probably, put out there, and they've been like, sheltering themselves from whatever traumas they have to live with, over these years. Let's speak on those names first, as far as the names that were, unfortunately put out there without their consent, that were listed probably as Jane Does in the past.
Well, what do you want to speak on exactly? Because honestly, I don't want to speak on them either. Their names have now been thrown out into the world, and it's not cool. I know. I mean, for crying out loud, guys, you've known me for what, going on 6 years now. We've been going down this rabbit hole, and there are people's names that I'm protecting still, that I will continue to protect still. So it sucks for them. So if there's anybody in particular you want to speak about, I mean, what do you want to
Well,
talk?
even with those names, that even those people that you would want to protect, uh, I want to speak on the mentality of, someone wanting to just keep their peace versus being part of this show. What they went through is what they went through.
Mhm.
And if you know anybody that, whether through this Epstein stuff or just in the, in general, what is the mentality behind saying, I'd rather not be a part of this show or be a part of this public display of, this circus, I guess you could say, and I'd rather stay anonymous. What is the mentality behind even people that you know?
Fear,
That word moves around a lot.
fear. It's it's fear. Why would you want to throw yourself out there when you have people that have access to lawyers, who have access to private investigators, who have the ability to hunt you down at your house, at your doctor's office, hunt down your family members, bother them, harass them? And by the way, just in case people have forgotten the details that I'm speaking of, that's what happened to that 13-year-old autistic victim. Well, she was 13 at the time. She's now in her late 30s, of course, uh, in Alabama, who was being represented by Tony Busby. When you think about what happened with her situation, like let's think about that, because she was all kinds of railroaded, all kinds of stalked, all kinds of harassed, to the point where she was willing to dismiss her lawsuit with prejudice, meaning the lawsuit could never be brought back up again. Those claims could never be addressed in court again. And it was all because they were lying, right? They were lying. And then your accuser goes to court to sue your lawyer for defamation. Can't prove it. It gets thrown out. They take it to a higher court because they're looking for consideration. Still can't prove it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's who's going to protect these people?
No, exactly. No,
Who's going to protect these people? Who's going to protect their peace? Who's going to protect their name? Who's going to, like, I've been saying this. Think
yeah. So
about it. Think about it. Look at Diddy's trial. Diddy's trial in itself is enough to make people who are anonymous and hiding their identity from all of this stuff. That right there, it just says it. Period. Do not come forward, because there's going to be no justice. They're going to get slaps on the wrist. Like we were talking about Epstein. And when he got charged, slap on the wrist.
Yeah. Yeah, no, when you say it like that, someone coming out, facing their accuser, looking for justice, and that justice is only 50 months in a camp, may come back out to the access to the money that he already had. You're
Thank
right.
you.
It's a maybe. And there's a level of fear there. Like, uh,
Yeah.
Cassie, who was already in the forefront, she herself probably doesn't want to, live in the same world that Diddy walks around free in. So, no, definitely understandable. Definitely understandable. So, all right, well, let's get right to it then.
And then you got all the other pressure, all the other pressure that people ain't talking about,
Yeah.
so.
All right, this list, man. There's some names that came on this list, and what I like to do is, we're just gonna say some names and just give me your thoughts of like just the people just being on this list. And the most surprising one I saw that just made me say like, what is the genius, or what they call a genius, Stephen Hawking's. You know, uh, Technically, in all forms of the word, a cripple, being pictured on these files with with women, with Epstein. Um, just let's just start with that alone. To see Stephen Hawking's, who, the world-renowned genius, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
Uh, uh,
They get horny too.
Damn.
The handicap gets horny too.
Yeah.
They got fantasies too.
Hey,
I told y'all
hey.
about that weirdo stuff, that nugget porn. I told y'all about that, the amputees making dirty movies. Yeah. Handicapped people, geniuses, all alike. I mean, the truth is most of these, you know, upper echelon big thinkers are weirdos and have weird tastes. And usually, because of who they are, they get passed over in normal social, you know, environments. So, yeah,
So,
why not go somewhere where you can get a handicap?
and
No
Elon
pun
Musk.
intended.
Elon Musk is, rumored to be on the list himself, and
Yeah.
he himself is, he's a billionaire, but also he has, I forgot what they call it, but I don't know if it's a sign of autism or whatever part of the spectrum it's on, but he's part of
Yeah.
that. Um, and I don't know if this was when he was a billionaire, or however he reached his billions, but for Elon Musk to be on the list, these are powerful men. Uh, what are your thoughts when you see that
Bill
high
Gates.
level of?
Bill Gates got a mention too.
Oh yeah, Bill Gates is right there too.
Yeah.
Um, is it of concern that before this list came out, that the people in this power, they have their hands in keeping this list, suppressed?
Yeah. Come on, man. I think we're speaking about this from a place where we're trying to make it seem like things are fair and people are just and people are decent. And rather than looking at it for what it is, the one thing that all of these files and all of these documents, and let's just be clear, we're talking about 3 million documents that have been released so far. When you release that amount of information, you're doing it to fatigue people. It's going to take people quite some time to get through all of these files. And who knows how long they're going to be available. Stuff might start go missing, things of that nature. But we all should be going through and combing through every inch of everything that's going on, because when they put that much out there, they're hoping you're going to just overlook something. They're hoping you're going to get fatigued from all of the information, and you're not. We got to keep looking. Like, we have like four people around us that are every day combing through a bit, combing through a bit. We combing through a bit, combing through a bit. And you got to sit down and you got to take your time and look at it. What these files prove is that there are no rules, is that nothing has ever been fair. It's been being covered up. Like that's the point. Like it's
Yeah, when you see there's some people on the list that is no longer with us. Uh, David Stern, the NBA commissioner, he's no longer with us. Michael Jackson, his name was on
which
this
was
list.
odd. That was odd too. Chris Tucker showed up. Like a lot of people showed up. But the funny thing is it's who they're putting up, what they're pushing forward, what they're holding back on. Um, the Sean Carter references, the Jay-Z references are very interesting on so many levels because it's being mentioned from different foyers, like from different aspects. Have you
Real life.